Students, today we will learn the explanation of the poem The Laburnum Top, written by Ted Hayes. The laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. So here, the poet describes the situation before the arrival of a goldfinch. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. The poet says that during the afternoon of an autumnal September sunlight, the highest part of the laburnum tree is silent, quiet, calm, and still. A few leaves yellowing. A few leaves yellowing means a few of its leaves are turning yellow because autumn season is going on. But all its seeds have fallen down. In the second stanza, the poet says, till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up of chatterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. So suddenly a goldfinch comes at a branch end with a twitching chirp. Twitching means sounds. So any sounding word is known as onomatopoeia. It is a poetic device. So the poet says its sudden chirping sounds break the silence of the laburnum tree. Then sleek as a lizard. Sleek as a lizard is a simile. Here goldfinch has been compared to a lizard. Then quite watchfully and smoothly like a lizard, she suddenly enters the middle part of the tree. And abrupt means sudden. Suddenly she starts making sounds. She enters the thickness. Thickness means she goes inside the thickness of the tree and a machine starts up. Here machine starts up. This comparison is also referred to the goldfinch. And then the tree is filled up with a series of short, quick, high-pitched chattering sounds. Shaking movement of wings and repeated short sounds. There are so many sounding words here. Of chatterings, another onomatopoeia, and a tremor of wings and trilling. And that it seems as if a whole machine has started working. The whole tree shakes slightly and feels excited because it seems that the goldfinch has made her nest there and she feeds her young ones. That's why there is a lot of movement on the tree. The whole tree trembles and thrills. Tree trembles and thrills. This is alliteration. T sound is repeated. Again, I'm repeating. This is alliteration. It is the engine of a family. She stokes it full. She stokes it full here means she is feeding her young ones, and that's why there is a lot of movement. Then she flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Then with airy delicate whistle chirp whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite and the laburnum subsides to empty. So the poet says that she moves out in a short time and goes to the branch end where her face remains partly visible. Means she is in the thickness of the leaves. That's why her face is partly visible. The bars on her face serve as mask for her identity. Then with airy means mysterious, delicate, whistle chirp whisperings. Again, these are sounding words, onomatopoeia. And the poet says, then with the mysterious and frightening, light, pleasant, soft sounds of a whistling and chirping, she shoots forward towards endless heaven. She launches away. Launches away means she moves away towards the infinite. Infinite means somewhere, the place which is unknown to us. somewhere in the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Once again, she rises towards God's abode, that is infinite here. The laburnum tree becomes calmer or quieter, and it seems to be empty. So once again, when the bird, that goldfinch, flies away somewhere in the infinite along with her family, and once again the laburnum top becomes empty, quiet and still. So this was the explanation of the poem The Laburnum Top. Thank you so much.